What's going on, everybody?
Hey there.
It's Pablo.
I'm Laura.
And we're the Sierra State Liquidators. We have been away for a little bit from YouTube land. What's going on? How's everybody been? Welcome back. Us. So like the last few weeks, we just been taking a break from making videos. A lot has been going on, so we hadn't really had time to make videos, but think of it as the off season. This is our new season, season 2 premiere. How you doing? Just a recap of what's been going on the last few weeks. We have just this past Sunday we celebrated our 6th year anniversary. Awesome. She's a lucky woman. What can I say? And so what else has been going on?
Well, you hurt your back.
I hurt my back. I did hurt my back. I pulled a muscle in my back, and they had 3 bottles of different medications, popping pills left and right. But I'm feeling better now. Everything's in working order again. Strangely enough, it was not at the gym. It was at my usual 9 to 5 that I have. Just pulled a box out of a bottom shelf. I wasn't even picking up the box. I was just pulling it off from the bottom shelf. Just a weird, I don't know. It was weird how it happened. But I'm doing better. Now she's the one that is injured.
Yeah, and the bad part is I don't even have a good story or anything. I really don't know what I did. There's something wrong with my left foot. It hurts like at the ball of my foot whenever I'm walking, and the doctor really doesn't even know. We went earlier this week, and he did x-rays and examined it, and he's like, so it could be one of 3 things. Just wear this boot. So that's fun with a toddler. So now I'm in a boot for 3 weeks, pretty much all day long unless I'm showering or sitting down. It keeps my foot like stable. So hopefully in 3 weeks it'll feel better. And
it's got a pump on it, like a Reebok,
yes,
like an old school
Reebok
pump.
I don't have it with me right now.
Actually, I think they make them again.
They might.
I think they do make the Reebok pumps again.
I press this little red ball thing on the front, and it pumps air into it to give me more support, and then I press a little ball and it relieves it. But anyway, so I'm hobbling around with that.
So that's been going on. But just preparing for fall and having folks come over here and just celebrating outdoors without having to be like sweating profusely. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Fall is our favorite, so we're excited to celebrate.
Maybe we'll do some videos outside, during the day, since it's not going to be so hot out. And that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So tonight, our purpose of our video is going to actually touch on what we spoke about before we took our break. And wait, before we get into that, we did make a big purchase. We found it online on, I think it was Facebook.
It was Facebook.
Somebody had gotten their aunt's collection of books, and it was like vintage books, sci-fi, romance,
12
Western,
boxes.
12 good size
full boxes.
I think one box contains roughly 60 to 70 books. I think that was something.
I think there was around I can't even remember.
I think the first one was 72, and there were some condition issues with some of them, so some of them got put to the side either for just like garage sale or just for immediate dismissal. Holy tan line, look at that. I don't have my Fitbit on right now, so I've got this awesome ring. Or my ring. Look at that right there. I look like a zebra. Anyways, sorry, ADD kicked in. But yeah, we've got a massive amount of books. I think we've only gone through 4 boxes.
Yeah.
Out of the 12. So we've got some more work to do. We've out of the 12, we paid a total amount of $50. for all 12, and we already found one book that we estimate value of to be around
Like $25. I
around
think.
25. So one book is about half the investment, and there's still tons more to go.
Yeah.
So pretty exciting. Some condition issues, which we figured would probably be the case. But it's going on. It's going really, really well. More than likely, I think we're gonna do bundle lots whenever we sell them, because we're gonna put some on eBay, and we're gonna bundle either authors or maybe category. I think right now the thought is to see how many books of a certain author we have.
Because we definitely have some from the same author from
Yeah.
the boxes that we went through so far.
So that may be a way we go with some books, and some may just be categories. So we may have an entire lot of just vintage Western. And when we say vintage, some of these books date back to the 50s and 40s. So when they were originally sold, the book only cost like 50 to 60 cents.
Yeah.
So some very old books. Again, some condition issues, some are not so bad to where we just got to chunk them. We're probably just going to sell them for 25 cents, 50 cents at a garage sale or something like that. So something
Some
local.
of them are really neat. It's kind of sad whenever some of them are falling. I mean, you open some of them up and the pages just start falling out of them. So,
Yeah.
but it's sad because they're so cool. We love, as we've said before, love vintage and like old stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really neat to see, books that cost 25 cents, in your hand. They have that like old book smell and everything too.
Oh, yeah.
So they're really cool.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
neat to look through.
It's fun. It's a lot of work, but it has been very entertaining to see all the stuff that's in there. It's one of the categories actually adult books.
There are some scandalous books in this.
Some dirty writers back in the
Very
50s. You underground authors, you dirty.
It's true.
But hey, dirty sells. What can I say? But yeah, we did that, and that was pretty cool. We've gotten some other things too, but I think that was one of the major ones that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to the subject of what we're doing tonight. Tonight we're just continuing with what we said before we went on our little break about how we're going to help to speak about. We're primarily eBay, but we've also been expanding into Amazon, and we've sold a few things over the last couple months through Amazon, which has been very nice. But we are primarily eBay, and a lot of our knowledge that we share through our YouTube channel is eBay related.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is, if there's anybody out there that is coming across us for the first time, even by accident, welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're looking to learn about the eBay business or reselling business in general, we're going to be doing a workshop series, going through the different stages of deciding to become eBay or Amazon, sourcing, and just going through the process. And we're not going to hit it all on one video. It's just way too much. So I guess we're just going to dive right into it. And I think the first part of it is like we just said, deciding whether you're going to be eBay or Amazon. And the pros and cons of both of those they vary. eBay for us has been the best fit, I think, for the stuff that we like to find. I think because we're naturally drawn to the vintage and antique world, collectibles and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. The unique and
Yeah.
just different items that would be more hard to find.
Yeah, and that tends to definitely work better with eBay. Amazon, not that you can't put used things on there. Obviously, you can put used on there. Books, or if you are going to classify your business as being reselling books, and that's what you want to do, Amazon is a great marketplace for that. And also, of course, they have the FBA portion of things, which an FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, is where you send your items into Amazon and to whichever warehouse they tell you to send it to,
Right.
and they house it for you, and then fill the order once it's purchased and send it off. They package it, send it off to your customer, and handle basically all of your customer service needs, just about. So Amazon is a very good marketplace if you're doing a lot of new stuff. A lot of new stuff is probably going to keep you out of the hot water with customers saying that this particular item's not working, or just keeps you away from scammers. Because from what we hear, and this is going to be a little bit of hearsay, that there are more scammers on Amazon as far as electronics are concerned, and things of that nature, than eBay. But whether or not that's true, I haven't really experienced it as much on Amazon, because like I said, we are more eBay. So have people tried tricks with us on eBay? Oh yeah. And have we fought it and won? Oh yeah. So whether or not you choose eBay or Amazon, you're going to run into it.
For sure, yeah. It's not that eBay doesn't have any at all. There's definitely going to be, unfortunately, the world that we live in, there's going to be scammers no matter where you go, whether you're on a local level or selling on a website. So
don't base your pick on where am I the safest, because there's, in that case, you might as well just not get into it, because there is not going to be a safe place necessarily.
And you may find that your place where you want to sell may be both. There may be some things that you want to sell on Amazon and some things that you want to sell on eBay. It just depends.
Yeah, definitely. And multiples. If you have a single item of multiples, maybe Amazon would be the better fit there. Or if you're going to do private labeling, that's a whole nother ballgame. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get people too confused right off the bat. We're just trying to get you to help you out to see what your situation is best for you.
Yeah, we're just trying to start out with just the basics.
Very basic stuff.
To try to help people that want to get into this and kind of want to know where to start.
Yeah.
That's really our goal for these videos. We
live in a house now where we have a lot more storage than what we did when we first started out in the business, which we had we had a trunk. We had a tote where we were able to store our stuff, where we started off with small objects. Now we are able to really expand what we buy. I mean, we bought 12 cases of books. That's not easily stored in an apartment. That takes up some serious space.
Especially in an apartment with a baby.
Absolutely. So that's probably not going to work for you. But if you have a service like Amazon has, and look into it, because there's a lot of different policies that Amazon has that we're not going to touch on all those with our videos. But they have a lot of storage fees and things like that you have to keep in account of whenever you go to buy something to resell it on Amazon. So make sure you know what all your overhead is, to make sure that it's going to make sense for you to do it, that you're going to actually make money, that your time is not being wasted, that gas money to go buy the things, that your time that you're putting into it, time to ship it out and things like that. All these things have to be in consideration, plus all the fees that come with the Amazon's fulfillment program. But that may work best for you because you live in a smaller atmosphere than what we have. Yeah, townhouses, apartments, living with your parents. Maybe you're a college student and you're living with your parents, and they don't want you to take up, an entire room full of your reselling inventory. But also, something that we want to talk about. Rolling on to the next
Before we do
thing.
that.
I know, I'm sorry. I just like realized that everything just shook. That was not an earthquake. We live in Georgia. We don't have earthquakes. The next thing we want to talk about is sourcing your items to put in either eBay or Amazon. So where is the best place for someone to start? At your house. Believe it or not, you can start with nothing at all. You can start with whatever you have around your house that is, and I'm just looking around my house right now. If there's something I could grab and show you that we're not using right now, but we're kind of using a good bit of everything. But look around your home, that something you're not using anymore, something that's just taking up space, and something vintage that you picked up years ago, or you just want to change up your decor, whatever the case may be. Put it on eBay, let it rip, see what you can do. We're also going to go into another part of our series is how to look things up to see what they're worth. We're not going to touch on that tonight. But some of the places that you can source for your first start, just to get rolling, you don't have much capital to really, dive into a large haul of things. Start really close to home, literally at home. And you'll be very surprised what you have that you would have probably just either given away, put in a garage sale, yard sale for 25 cents. Actually turns out to be $10, $15 worth of inventory. So check it out, and we'll show you how to check it out within the next few videos. So go ahead and subscribe now, so you get the notifications for those next few videos. So if you have seen our videos before, we're not scripted. We're working. This is probably as scripted if we've ever gotten. We have an outline of the stuff that we want to talk about.
And that's really so that we could keep our thoughts organized, because in the past our videos have been a little bit more just like, look at this really cool stuff that we got, and kind of giving you tips off of that. But this,
the haul videos, yeah,
we really wanted to be sure that we had our thoughts together, because if you've watched us, you know that we both can get ADD and just, oh look.
Yeah.
So we needed to keep our thoughts together.
Yeah, I muted the TV and I didn't turn off the TV, so I keep looking up and seeing stupid stuff. I should really turn that off. So if you see my eyes just go up like that, that's where I'm at.
But anyways, some other places that we have jotted down for you to go and look for items. I'll just name some of them off. Yard sales and garage sales, especially this time of year, a lot of people are starting to clear things out. Usually, I know garage sales and yard sales happen depending on where you live, pretty much year round, but springtime and fall, usually people will clean out. To me, I feel like they clean out the most. That's whenever I want to clean out the most. Like in the springtime after the holidays, just spring cleaning, getting rid of stuff. And then in the fall, you're getting new decor out or something, and you realize you have a lot of crap sitting around, or you clean out a closet, things like that. So yard sales and garage sales are usually, those are easy to find. You just drive around or look in your neighborhood and you will run across one. Thrift stores, either like a Goodwill kind of a store, or there's Salvation Army. There's a lot of different thrift store type places out there where you can find things and find really good deals on items. Yeah, from corporate ones to just mom and pops. Just check out all your thrift stores within the area, and you'll be pretty surprised what they have on hand that you can turn around and still make a decent amount of money. Now remember, those thrift stores, mom and pop ones, and Goodwills, and Savers. We don't have a Savers here, but I know people go have Savers in their area. Things like that. Salvation Army. They're not necessarily in business, or no, they're not necessarily. They're not in business to put us in business. Right. So when you go to those places and you see prices are just out of hand for you for a certain item to be able to resell it, it wasn't meant for you to resell. They're just there to sell their stuff. Right. No matter if they got it for free from donations or not, they're not there
to put inventory on our shelves. So keep that in mind. A lot of people get stressed out about that kind of stuff. Like, oh, I went to a thrift store and everything was overpriced. I can't put anything on eBay. It was never meant for you to put on eBay. Just meant for them to sell through their store.
Right.
So
And there's
keep that in
definitely
mind.
stores that will look things up. You know, they'll really focus on, you know, electronics or a lot of name brand type things, and look those up to research and get prices that seem higher to us because we want them cheap.
So the next one, flea market. Now the flea markets, you're going to run into other resellers. Some will have prices that they're just looking to liquidate whatever they have. Maybe they buy storage units, things like that, and they bring the remainder of their stuff to the flea markets. Now you can dig through what they have. If they didn't want to take the time to put it in eBay, you can then from there make a connection with someone, and maybe they even call you up. So networking is another good thing to do with people. Going into the very next thing is local websites like we talked about, OfferUp, Let Go, those kind of places you can actually look on, not only to resell locally, but you can go on there and try to find stuff to resell on eBay, or maybe even turn around and sell locally for yourself.
Right.
And we talked about how we did that with those 12 boxes of books. We found that on Facebook. So Facebook yard sale groups, those are going to be year round as well. And we're just going to move real fast through these. We talked about your home and storage units. We've done storage units where we purchase storage units, and we've made really good money off that. Now, that's kind of just ideas of where to find things, what to source in those places that you're sourcing. Well, that's going to be a little bit up to you in some part. Do you want to just be categorized in one thing, or do you want to expand into just a little bit of everything? We do a little bit of everything. So that's just kind of how we do. We don't have necessarily a niche or niche. We don't have just a specific thing that we go for. We go for whatever we can find at at the right amount for us to be able to turn around and make a profit on. So what's going to do best for you? Are you knowledgeable in one item? Is this just something that you're very passionate about? Are you really knowledgeable with shoes? Are you really knowledgeable with clothing? Or are you really awesome with electronics, computers, things like that? Do you want to do something like that? Keep that in mind. What are you knowledgeable in? And is that something that's going to profit you, a good profitable business? Specializing in one thing or many is basically what we just talked about there. How to study categories. There are different ways. You can find trending charts, what's trending now. Those kind of things are on eBay's app. Also, Amazon app. It tells you what's hot, what's going on at that time. Also knowing what is hot during certain quarters. Like the fourth quarter of the year, that's Christmas time. It's going to be gift items, toys for kids, gift items for dad, gift items for moms. Those kind of things are going to be really hot right about now, for the final part of the year. And that's going to be, your gift items. If you're buying new things, that's going to be more of an Amazon kind of thing. So not to say that you can always sell new stuff on eBay. I keep saying new stuff and then Amazon. It's just that they tie really well together, but you can sell new stuff on on eBay as well.
And be sure to do your research on what you are purchasing before you go out and purchase it if you plan to sell it on Amazon. Especially coming up in this time of the year, there are certain categories where you cannot list things. You have to be ungated. So just keep that in mind to do some research on what you would be allowed to sell, especially as a brand new seller on Amazon, because they do have some restrictions. Some things can only be sold through FBA. Some things can't be sold at all. They have different restrictions depending on how many of those items they have. So just keep that in mind. Kind of do some research before you go out and purchase thousands of some random toy or something like that.
Yeah, and that's basically what we're going to be talking. What we've talked about tonight. That's just going to be. We're just going to wrap up right there. A few things there. So if you have any comments on specific things that we've talked about tonight, do you have any questions that maybe we can cover the first part of our next video, go ahead and ask those in the comment section. Now for you guys and girls that are veterans in the reselling game and you guys just watch us because we're complete lunatics and you love watching a nice car wreck, and that's maybe why you're here, and that's fine. I love that you subscribe just for that very reason. But you guys help us out. So tell us a few things that we've covered tonight, that maybe a few places that you like to source, or what you like to source in general. If you're one kind of item person, you like shoes, you like this, you like that. Let's help the people that are thinking about doing this and throw out our own experiences in there. So this may make the comment section really long if you guys play along, and that's fine. So put your comments in there as to where's your favorite place to source, what's your favorite thing to source, what is a pro for eBay or Amazon, what is a con for eBay and for Amazon. These things are going to help the upcoming people that are thinking about being resellers, and this is just a way that we can all give back to people that are wanting to get into this community, because there's nothing wrong in everybody helping each other, because there is plenty to go around. There really is plenty to go around. So thanks you guys so much for watching. We are in fact back, and we're going to make sure that we get some more content out there for you. We're going to have more haul videos in the future. The next thing that we're going to be talking about as far as our series, the part 2 of this series, is going to be how to look things up. We are Android users. We have Samsungs, so ours is going to be Android specific. And again, the veterans that have iPhones, we're going to love that you guys comment in there on the next video. But thank you guys so much for stopping in, and if you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, don't touch the button.
Go away.
Peace out, you guys.